Okay, Tom. Stuff.
Hey, Olof. You have these guys through training camp and get to know them, but do you learn a lot more about them after you see them in a real game like that?
Yeah, I think so. And you can also really start to work in detail with them. It's so much easier when you have competitive games you can analyze and improve from.
So was there a big lesson for you that you learned out of game one?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Again, competitive games are always a little bit different, and you know, with the atmosphere, the fans, and more pressure, and I think it helped us. It was, yeah, if not our best game so far, including preseason, it was certainly one of the better ones.
So what did you learn?
Yeah, I learned that they're you know, they can perform when there's more pressure, and I think they like the atmosphere. I mean, they showed that in the past as well. We have great home record here, so I think that says something, and big part of the squad is the same as last season. So yeah, I think they're really looking forward to every game here at home. We just have to improve our away record compared to last season, and really have a good game plan. You know, we play against a good side on Saturday, so we need to be we need to do well.
Brendan?
Hi, Coach. Is there a piece you'd like to see click in the attack that differentiates a lot of opportunities and turns a couple of them into goals?
Yeah, I think we're looking at various things, you know, to create more chances than we did, and also be more sharp when we get them. Definitely. So you know, it's nice to work in detail like that when you still think a lot of things were working well in our attack. So you know, improving the details, and hopefully we can create more chances and be a little bit sharper in front of the goal.
Lynn?
Hello, Olof. Henry Kessler mentioned after the game that your experience as a center back was something that he looked forward to, just, you know, working with you. I wondered for you, what things do you look for when you've got a player you're working with for the first time at that position, as you try to sort of influence their development there?
Yeah, there are a lot of things. You know, the individual work, positioning, how you're working 1v1, how you're handling different kinds of different profile strikers, how you work together with your teammates. You know, we're working on the backline shifting, also take responsibility for deep runs, but still being able to be aggressive and win balls in front of the opponents. Yeah, there are a lot of things also on the ball. You know, getting comfortable there. Our build up is a little bit different to last year. So I think that is improving all the time as well.
You mentioned the build up. I believe he also talked about sort of having a role in tempo and flow and sort of setting that. How would you describe the responsibility of that position in that role in terms of influencing tempo, flow as you guys play?
Yeah, it is important that they're confident taking the ball forward when they can. You know, driving the ball forward. It depends a little bit on where they are in the build up and their qualities. So the left foot, the right foot, how wide is their position? You know, we're trying to adjust that depending on the quality of the individual. Also.
Justin?
Coach, just kind of staying on the defensive side of things and mentioning away form. When you look at how your squad played here at home, but defensively solid, not allowing many chances, is that an easier game to then take on the road and stay in that same modality?
Sorry, I said a question again. What was the question?
Is it easier with how just strong defensively the club played in the first game? Is that an easier game to then bring on the road and try to replicate?
Yeah, I mean, we tried to bring in the things that we thought was working really well into next game, and then improve on the things that didn't work so well. So we obviously analyzed the whole game, everything, our our attacking, our defending, our set pieces, everything to try to improve. But obviously there were a lot of positives to take from a defensive point of view, but also from an attacking point of view. It's not easy to create 15, 20 chances in a game. I think we had 4 or 5 really clear chances and then quite a lot of half chances, which is not bad. Our expected goals was quite high as well. So looking at the stats, we had a good game. So if we have more games like that with those stats, I think we will win most of them.
Yeah.
Coach, you've talked quality of players a lot. Last week, I asked you about your approach to your first starting 11. I'm curious, after a match where overall you feel pretty positive on both sides of the ball, how do you approach consistency in that regard? Do you value consistency in letting players build off of their progress, or do you value changing things up as the tactics dictate more?
Yeah, I think you said it all. It's a balance, like you said, want to bring in the things that were working from the last game, but also it's a new game now, new opponent, new game plan. So I don't necessarily feel that I have to, just because we have a good game or if we win, that I have to keep the exact 11. We also have a quite big squad. We have players coming back from injuries and not that many players on the injury list either. So we have quite a few choices on various positions. I haven't decided yet for an 11, and there is good competition for a starting place, and you can see that in training as well. We've had a good training week and good energy.
And on a couple of those players, Chris Durkin, Cedric Toyshirt, one coming back from a recovering still and one coming back from being away, how have you seen them progress this week?
Yeah, good, and we have a few others as well. So again, there's really good competition for various positions.
Tom?
Yeah, is Joachim going to be available?
No, it's not.
When you looked at last year's games, did you notice anything about this team on the road that kept them from winning games on the road?
Yeah, I noticed some things, but they were different from game to game. So I wouldn't say it was a pattern or just 1 or 2 things that was not working, and we changed that, and we will win every game on the road. I mean, we also have an opponent that is usually strong at home as well. So it will be important with the game plan. Also now it's a game we will play a team for the first time at home. Will also I think affect the energy of the team. So we've got to be aware of that as well.
Is the mental part of it a big part from last year on the road, of what just for whatever reason not nonstop playing, not focused as much on the road?
I think there are various things. I think the league in general. I think it is if not the league or one of the leagues with the worst away record. So most teams tend to be strong at home and not so good away from home. So I think there are various reasons for that. One is the travels, obviously. I think it affects, but also the atmosphere in the stadiums are just getting better all the time, which gives energy to the home team. I don't want to look back too much on last season, and I don't think the players will want to either. It was quite a long time ago, and we take each game as it comes with hopefully with a really good game plan and same energy as we had in the last game, and hopefully we can win on Saturday.
Got time for 2 more? We'll go to Matt.
Coach, I noticed that it looked like Emiliano Chavez was in training today. What's the significance of that?
Sorry?
Emiliano Chavez in
Yeah.
training. What was the significance of that?
Yeah, we were playing 11v11, so we were able to bring him in for that.
Okay.
Did well.
You mentioned your approach to the away games. you watched the team last year. You mentioned most of the players are coming back from last year. They have the experiences from last year. Is there anything that you've spoken to them about the urgency to get an away win earlier in the season, given what happened last season?
Not really. Again, I don't think we should compare too much with last season. We worked really hard this week with a good game plan for Saturday's game and feel confident in that. And I think that's what the players need. Feel that we have a good game plan, attacking, defending, set pieces, and go into the game with really good energy and again, hopefully get the 3 points.
Coach, thank you for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.
Hello.
Brendan, you want to start us off?
Roman, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Easy for you, and do you notice, is it easy for your teammates to switch from sort of preseason routine into regular season routine once it gets here?
Yeah, I think because the preseason was so long, with 2 long camps, I actually couldn't wait to go back into or come back into the rhythm to stay here and not fly to left and right, stay there for 10 days. So I just love to stay at home, go to training, recover, go home. So for me it was pretty easy, but I assume because we have a lot of guys with families here that's the same for them too.
This is your third iteration of this team since you've been in town. Does it feel different? Are there things that still feel the same? I mean, it's probably gone by really quick as well.
I mean, the fun that I have is still the same. I would say I'm looking forward, to play every game. So that's what I can say, and it's still the same. Like I'm having fun. I'm trying to work hard, get better, push the guys, and yeah.
Tom?
What did you learn about this team on Saturday night?
First of all, I mean, facts is that we defend really good. With the ball, we also we have quality. If we play like we did against Colorado, and also offensively, like it's good that we created a lot of chances. But maybe the same thing that we had the year before was the difficulties to score a goal. Like after it's another game that. I mean, you could also say last year we would have lost that game, like we were clearly the better team. It's 0-0, always dangerous, dangerous result. But yeah, the only thing missing was the goal.
What was it? You guys, the last year had so much trouble on the road. The importance of getting one early this year and what you have to do differently in road games now?
I think we shouldn't do too much different compared to home games. I think last year it was made too much of a deal, like too big of a deal playing away. Like, oh, that's an away game. It's always hard. I mean, you go on the same field. This field looks the same like at home. There's a stadium with people inside, and you just have to play against a different opponent. For me, I always want to win. It doesn't matter if it's away or home. I expect to win, to be honest. And so I think we should not make too big of a deal of it just because it's an away game. It's a soccer game, and obviously we have to travel, yes. But I think we are professional enough to push the other things away and just focus on the game and be able to win away games.
Go to Lynn and Justin.
Roman, that first game, obviously you didn't have to make saves, but how would you describe sort of the communication with the back line and the importance of that in the way that you guys performed defensively?
Yeah, it was very good. Like I said, defensive-wise, we played very good. they had no shot on goal, and still they had a few dangerous situations, but like also there in the crucial moments we cleared the ball and we stayed calm, we played good from the back, so I was pretty happy with that.
And last season, I know there's a lot of moving parts there, or different people in those spots. Is there any part of that that you think helps this year, just with the experience factor, and maybe there being some communication with some people who, you know, all got to play some last season?
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have switched up that much if we wouldn't have had these injuries, obviously. I think it's always important for a back line that they are like that they are operate like a team, you know, that they get to know each other, and they just come also into a routine, and this is goes over more than just 1 or 2 games, so they play together for most of the season if it works, obviously, and so I think with that we could need a little bit consistency with that, like if we could stay healthy and be successful with that first line that is going to end up on the field.
Justin?
And kind of touching on that same thing, Roman, you know, if you look around the league, week 1, there are a lot of defensive lapses and just kind of mistakes that were made. But the back line and you, the communication seemed to be very good already. Can you speak a little bit to like what's making that communication so strong so soon?
I think because our coach was a center back, you know, and he knows exactly what is important, and we worked a lot defensively, and I also think the formation that we play helps some players even be more brave when it comes to going up front with the ball, you know, or because we have one more extra man in the back. So I think it's a mix out of different things, you know, a lot of different things, and obviously the good start helped, you know, with a clean sheet in the first game.
Does it give you a little relief as well when center backs can kind of take the ball up through the midfield a little bit more and just clear out that space?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we want, that if we have the space in front of us, that we drive with the ball, take space, and create new opportunity, new spaces for our offensive players, and give us a chance to advance on the field position. Yeah.
Thanks, Roman.
Matt?
Roman, last season you talked about your distribution in the game style that you had. You look up and you come back. I'm curious if anything has changed this season with the new approach of playing it out of the back a little more intentionally.
Not really. He likes when I want to play fast, you know, when I get the ball in my hands and I'm looking fast for a player to maybe make a run in the behind the defense or so. But our philosophy is still the same. So we want to try to play out from the back, but we're not going to overplay. Obviously, in the first game against Colorado, it was a little bit difficult because the field was very long and cost obviously because of the weather. So it wasn't easy to play out from the back. But still, I think we did a pretty good job in keeping the ball in our own possession.
Small sample size for San Diego, but what have you seen so far in some of the way that they scored some of their goals in transition, the danger that they have on the wings especially, and how are you approaching that?
I haven't seen that much, to be honest. What I noticed is LA Galaxy, they didn't really defend that well. They brought themselves into difficult situations, so was the first goal they conceded. I don't know if that was something like that was just a mistake, I would say, from LA, an obvious mistake. And the second goal is transition. But other than that, we watched some clips, and we could see San Diego definitely has a lot of good quality on the ball, possession-based team. But I think if you don't give them the space that they want, it will be hard for them as well to play how they want to.
Tom?
You went through it 3 years ago playing the first home game for a club. What are the emotions like on that night when it's a club's first game at home in front of their fans?
Yeah, I mean, it's something special, obviously, for the whole team. You go into a new locker room, it was a new stadium, you know, like everything was new, and you're just excited to be here. And then you receive, like, you're welcomed with such a crowd, you know, that's obviously amazing, and there's nothing better, you know. But yeah, that's we expect the same, I think, in San Diego or similar, and maybe the weather is going to be a little better than when it was here.
You're looking forward to spoiling the party?
Yeah, obviously that has to be our goal, you know, like we are not going there and shake hands and congratulations, you finally made it, you did it. We want these 3 points.
Roman?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Wait, with the new captains only rule, are you prepared to make long runs, or have you deputized?
No, we have, obviously there is a rule also for, you can choose one extra player, and we are always going to choose one that's on the field, so I don't have to run across the whole field.
Who is it? Is it the same
I
person?
think it's going to vary, but usually last Saturday was cello, so yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. All right.
Roman, thank you for joining us. Appreciate your time.